Russia is forming 3 new military groups to bolster security along its border with Ukraine, more than 2 weeks after Kyiv launched its surprise raid into its territory. Moscow maintains it's repelling the incursion. The Russian Defense Ministry has released this video. It shows the aftermath of a firefight in the Kursk region and damaged Ukrainian military vehicles. President Vladimir Putin has likened Russia's response to that of the deadly school siege in the North Ossetian town of Beslan 20 years ago.
They continue this work with an attempt to destabilise our country. This is obvious. And just as we fought against terrorists, we now have to fight those who commit crimes in the Kursk region. But just like we have achieved our goals in the fight against terrorism, we will achieve our goals in this direction, in the fight against neo-Nazism. And of course, we will punish the criminals. There can be no doubt about that.
Despite the cross-border assault, Russia is solidifying its operations in eastern Ukraine, notably in the Sumy region and the Donetsk district, an area it's trying to capture. The Russian military says it's taken a strategic logistics hub. Civilians are being warned to evacuate the town of Kursk, where Russia is intensifying its attacks.
It would be best if everyone left, but we have to get the children and their families to safety, and that's roughly 7,000 people.
Ukraine's military says its forces have moved up to 35 kilometres into the Kursk region and taken 93 settlements since launching its incursion. In the process, they've destroyed or damaged 3 key Russian bridges in a bid to disrupt supply lines. Speaking after visiting injured Ukrainian military personnel, the President, Vladimir Zelensky, says he's working to improve Kyiv's defence capabilities.
Today we discussed with partners our work on air defence, new systems for Ukraine. We are preparing reinforcements. There was a report from Commander-in-Chief Sursky on the front line defence in the Kursk and Turets directions. The situation is difficult, but our guys are doing everything to eliminate the occupier. The Commander-in-Chief also reported on the updates in the Kursk direction. We are achieving our set goals, and the priority, as before, is the replenishment of the exchange fund for Ukraine.
That exchange fund references prisoners of war that Mr. Zelensky hopes to exchange for captured Ukrainians. The US maintains its policy of Ukraine not using American-made weapons deep inside Russia has not changed. The Pentagon says it's seeking clarity on Kyiv's long-term objectives.
They clearly have compelled the Russians to struggle in their response. It has certainly demonstrated the creativity and the battlefield prowess of the Ukrainians. But when it comes to what their longer-term objectives are here, that's something that we're still discussing with them.
Elsewhere on the war's front line, Ukrainian officials say a 14-year-old boy has been killed after a Russian strike hit a kiosk near a playground in the southern Zaporizhzhia region. Russia occupies part of the district, and areas held by Kyiv come under regular attack. 5 people were hurt in the blast.
The children that were injured here, they didn't speak at all because they were in shock. The other children that were close by ran away to different sides. We evacuated everyone from here in case of a second explosion, so no more children would get hurt.